For years, Gears of War has been known for its gory and gruesome content. When Gears of War Judgment was first released, there was no execution, but the developers came together and made sure that we had the playlist that we knew best. What I'm going to be showing you in this video are all of the executions that are in the game, including some new ones that were brought into Judgment that we didn't see in Gears of War 3. Let's start off with the least gruesome and the easiest execution to perform. Go up to a down enemy and tap the B button and you will kick them. These are just a couple of the basic executions that you can perform. We will get into the special weapon executions a little bit later. So to grab a meat shield, go up to a downed opponent, tap the X button, and you will pick them up. There's two things you can do from here. You can either break their neck and drop the meat shield, or you can hit the left bumper and it will stick whatever grenade that you have to them and then kick them away. This execution was a more popular one. Basically, all you have to do is go up to your opponent with your pistol out, hold the B button, and you will beat them out repeatedly. Of course, you have to continually hit the B button if you want to keep beating them out. If you want to stop early, just don't hit the B button anymore in case there are enemies in the area. Like I said, this one was very popular in Gears of War 3. Probably one of the most popular starting weapons in Gears of War Judgment is the Gnasher shotgun. So the Gnasher shotgun execution is the same as it was in Gears of War 3, where you basically go up to them, of course holding B with the weapon out, and you basically do this little golf swing and golf their head off. In Gears of War 2 you could actually move while doing this execution, but it is Gears of War 3 style where you have to stay in place. Next up is the sawed-off shotgun execution, and you don't really see this too often because in Gears of War 3 it was kind of a shame to use the sawed-off because it was so overpowered and so cheap. But I don't feel like the sawed-off is overpowered at all in Gears of War Judgment. I feel like it's a lot more balanced, so hopefully we get to see a lot more of these cool neck-breaking executions. Alright, so this is a new one. Of course, you can start with the Marksa, which is a new weapon that was introduced in Gears of War Judgment. Here, basically he grabs the end of the barrel like a baseball bat and pretty much just uppercuts his enemy. So that's a pretty awesome execution. When I wasn't entirely sure if there were new executions for the new weapons because at first I didn't even know there were executions for the individual weapons. I didn't think they brought that back from Gears of War 3. So here are two more executions that you're probably familiar with if you played Gears of War 3, of the Retro Lancer execution and also the regular Lancer chainsaw. Of course, if you rev your chainsaw before you walk up to your opponent, it's going to do a different animation. The execution with the hammer burst is back from Gears of War 3, and it is the same exact execution as the classic hammer burst. Alright, so now we're going to be talking about the executions on the pickup weapons. Now this includes two new executions that weren't in Gears of War 3. Let's start off, of course, with the torque bow. This was one of my favorites in Gears of War 3. Basically puts the edge of the torque bow underneath his neck and just crunches his head off. Another one returned from Gears of War 3 was the Digger execution, where basically he kicks him around and smacks his face off with the Digger. Here's a new one. This is the Bushka. Much like the sawed-off shotgun, he puts it around their neck and kind of breaks it. So that was kind of cool. I really wouldn't like to be hit with that giant boom shield. Okay, so here's the other one that you probably saw in the beginning of this video. This is the breach shot. He kicks him up, leaves him just laying at his feet, and just cuts his head off with the edge of the gun. That was pretty cool. I wasn't really expecting that the first time I saw it. Ask me how long it took me to try to get this one shot all the way down here just so I could show you the execution. It took me a pretty long time, but that is just an awesome execution. I don't even remember if that was in Gears of War 3. I would like to say it was, but I didn't use the one shot enough to ever be able to use that. The long shot sniper rifle execution is exactly the same as it was in Gears of War 3 as well. Just to show you guys that the Vulcan doesn't have a specific execution, when you go up to them and hold B, it basically just drops it and beats them out. I hope you all enjoyed that executions breakdown video. It took me a while to throw everything together, so if you can drop a like, I'd really appreciate it. And let me know in the comment section below what you think of the new executions that are being that were introduced in Gears of War Judgment. I've been Like Butter. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.